So, we continuing with our journey in learning Python, starting with beginner stuff because this game we've only got a couple of levels in. So if you're catching the stream progress now, we're learning it from the beginning. As you progress, you're always welcome to watch the older ones and see how the levels are done. But so far, the levels haven't been too crazy. It's been pretty simple Python. But we are learning the base components. Let me just check the sound. So I'm always wrestling with the audio. Just want to make sure it's coming in clear. Yeah, so the sound's not bad. I'm gonna be using my own tracks because the game tracks are copyrighted. So you're gonna be seeing this little. Oh, why is it there though? Not supposed to really be. There we go. Okay. Also, I didn't notice it last time, but you look down here, press E, you get up. Hard coder. So I haven't really looked around too much. It's pretty nice. It's very cool. Look at that. Who would have thought a programming simulator is gonna... What? I haven't even... Okay. You contemplate the nice weather. Maybe you should go for a walk instead of programming all day. Well, it is night, so day has begun. And I think last time when I left it was day, so it does have a night and day cycle. Pretty cool. Someone really put some heart and love into this. Oh, empty room. It'd be funny if this game all of a sudden turns to some sort of horror game. Dude, there should be a horror game for programming. You mess up and scares come out. Oh my god, that'll be a survival manner of what? Really? This is the how is okay, but how is it standing out like that though? There's not even like anything to keep it that way. It's just what? Go for a ride on your perfectly ordinary bicycle. Very ordinary. Cool. I guess that's how you can quit the game. You go outside or you get on your a very ordinary bicycle. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Can I interact? Oh. Ooh. Now it's getting horror. That's cool. Uh-oh. Oh no. I lost the lights. I don't know where they were. Oh. Uh-huh. Let's do this. Oh, that's pretty cool though. Interactable objects upstairs. Yeah, we'll be learning programming in just a little bit once I explore this interesting environment. Hold on, let me get my multi-chat out so I can keep track of anyone that might be in stream. At any time, feel free to ask any questions, Python related, JavaScript related, PHP related, servers, sockets. Go to sleep, exit the game. There's so many ways to exit the game. Excuse me? That's not right. Something's missing. Either it's a really tiny shelf, table thing, or that's supposed to be on the floor. And that would be weird. Cool, cool, cool. Moving in boxes. Nice, nice. Alright. Every light in this house is turned on. What is your electricity bill, my man? I can't fit sideways, but I can fit this way. You know, this would be a problem of hitboxes. The character's hitbox, essentially the collision detection of the character, is much more longer than it is wider. So I cannot fit this way, but if I turn around, the box fits within the doorway. Let's see if it fits. Okay, let's see. Let's do some math over here. So this fits at a, looks kind of like a 130 degree, 130, no more, 160, let's call 160 degrees. So if that's the case, there's a triangle in here. The width and the height can be found by understanding the, maybe we need some measurements, we need something. Maybe the person is about half a meter long. Yeah, anyway, I'm done with that thought. Just babbling, looking around. Don't wait up, this is gonna take a while. Exit game. The toilet's gonna take a while. Maybe must have had tacos from Taco Bell or something. Oh, same problem. Every doorway has that problem. Just a hitbox and collision conflicts based on the width. It's nice. It's nice. I think we basically explored the whole house now. Nope. Okay. Let's go program. Oh. I can jump? Some game... I can crouch? Why would I be able to... Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, crouching exists. Some games don't even have crouching. Even though you don't use crouching in this game. It's a great feature to have. Now we just need a cat that we can pet and it purrs on the side somewhere. That'd be great. Alright, well, let's go. Continue the last scenario. I'm gonna turn off the music because it is indeed copyrighted. Alright, so drop off the box in front or behind of the conveyor belts. You may activate at 2. Okay. At most 2 conveyor belts. Oh, where did this come from? I thought these were hidden. This one just popped up right in front of me. Ah, logic and organization. The logic gate performs a Boolean function, the true or false, basically. You have a case scenario. True or false, 1 or 0. You know the deal. Something's on or something's off. So you got 2 cables on the left of each of these. These are different types of gates. Column cables, if you're doing bigger circuitry, call it motherboard paths, which are basically just, I mean, they're just extremely small wires embedded into the actual. I did more than just one. This is my second one, man. Oh, didn't notice me doing the first one. So 2 wires that are microscopic. It's just basically anything that conducts electricity. So it doesn't matter if it's on the motherboard or if it's a bigger device that you have to actually plug in wires. Electrician style, which is another game I want to play again. Electrician Simulator. That one's a good one. UK based, or really European based. But I did learn a lot about basically how to manage the back of the. And number 1, turn off your power. It has that every single time, which is very accurate and very much needs to be done all the time. Absolutely cannot recommend, and not even just recommend. Like, you gotta turn the power off. And then you've got all kinds of little connections in the back, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, wires on the left. I need to play that game again is my point. Wires on the left 2. The options are both on, both off, or one on and the other off. And then you can flip them around and reverse that, where the other one's on and the first one's off. Regardless, and 2 or 2. So and 2 requires both of them to be on. Or 2. I mean, just the or. What's the 2 about? Or would be a case where either one can be on. Both do not have to be on, but can be on. And there's a whole discrete mathematical table you can build from this with zeros and ones. So the only one on the right is when both are 1 on the left when you're looking at the AND gate. or has three options for the right wire being on. Those options are both on or both 1, or the alternating case of one being on, the other one off, and vice versa. That's 2 different cases. So 3 total on outputs on the right from 2 wires feeding electricity from the left side and activating the wire on the right. So those are the easiest ones. I think XOR was basically both off only? No. Oh, this was only when one or the other. They both cannot be on, or they both cannot be off. One has to be on at any given time, basically. So either the top one is on, or when I say on again, I'm referencing true, referencing the number 1, referencing all the way down to the circuit electricity passing through. So when electricity passes through, it's 1, it's on, it's true. When electricity does not pass through, and it's basically a cold wire, nothing's happening, that's a 0, a false. Yeah, basically. An off, right? So only one of these 2 on the XOR can be on at any given time for the right side to be 1. Oh, forget AND, NAND, NOR. Some of those you can kind of do different combinations. Are you keeping track of how much I'm on this game, bro? Relax. Cool little facts. This is for really more like electrical engineering, which this is Joy of Programming, what is it, engineering simulation? So in essence, we are technically diving into the engineering aspects of programming. Again, one of the vocabularies, or the 85% of choices you have after you learn the first 15%. And the first 15% we're going through right now. So how do I get out of this? Okay, there we go. So as far as the first 15%, they want us to drop off the boxes in front or behind of the conveyor belts. Like in front of or behind. It really depends on which way your perspective is, my man. You may activate 2 belts at once. Okay, what did they give us? So we're grabbing the simulation environment. We're running the main environment first. Okay, so sim environment manager, the current sim environment with this class. And in that class there is get first entity of the current type. Non-derived take precedence. If at least one exists. Okay, so environments saved in the manager. Okay, so this is the environment. I guess like a level. Basically, this level is saved in the sim. That is different because we had sim environment connect before. That would be the level. Sim environment manager environment. So while we run the sim environment, while we have the method active inside of the sim env variable class object, at this point it's an object that exists from a class that is a blueprint. So that's a big key to recall in cases of we have variables, if, while, functions, for, and then those tools that we will normally try and organize our code to run a specific patterns, if you will. And then there's these constructs called classes. Are they necessary for programming? No, absolutely not. Are you making your life easier by using them for programming? Yes, absolutely you are. So this was an object-oriented programming evolution of the way we handle code, because it's only just more of a technique rather than a requirement. Again, you will need it if you want to work at any big environment, any big corporation. I mean, heck, you would need it for any case if you want to manage your program to be continuously growable, because it's much easier to organize all the pieces. But all of these that we call classes, these constructs, come from basically a blueprint. We don't have it, we don't see it currently, but somewhere in the code there is a class sim environment, I guess, would be the name to use it, and it's probably going to be in this PyJob. Interesting thing is, what's PyJob? Because we haven't actually accessed or seen the files. This is actually a file on the computer. So if I go to where I have this installed, no, I think I had it in Nitro. Yeah, no. What are my Steam games? Library, there it is. And then I go to Common Joy? No. Okay, it depends really where I installed it then. Let me go to my Steam then. Just open it up, man. So we are still doing programming. We're essentially going to browse the local files, take a look at the engine. Possibly in content, state debug, no, content be different, programs, crash report. These are, I think we gotta be in here. Binaries, no, it's just binary content. Packs, no. Different types of files, my content, data external, CSV external, Python embedded AMD, okay. 310, okay, so we're using Python 310. That's pretty cool to see. So there is here Python, the executable. And this is why you can install Python anywhere for anything. All you need is the files to piggyback along with the program that you're building for it, right? Especially if your program will patch into. Yeah, Raikuno. This is basically Joy of Programming is the game name. And it's for taking scripts on Python and making things run. So we're just looking at the backend files right now of the actual game. So there's Python. I was looking for PyJob. So if I go to lib, site packages, library, lib is library. So it's like a library of books, but in this case, a library of code, APIs, if you will, frameworks, all kinds of external code. And actually, if we really think about this, this is the 85%. You're never going to know the 85% of all a programming language. You're going to know the first 15%. You're going to know it by, just sleeping, because you'll be reusing it over and over. The other 85% is just packages and libraries that you have to download and work with. So I'm going to look for P. Ooh, we got pandas in here? They fancy though. Okay. Some data analytics inside. But I don't see PyJob. Because I'm blind. There it is. Okay, so PyJob. Well, what's inside this library? You can always open them up, and basically those are their own Python files. So let's right click. If you have Visual Studio Code, it should be, you can add it to your right click ability during installation. You just have to select the menu. And here's what we have then. Okay. So sim environment. It's not too complex. So here's all the variables inside. Potentially entity base, sim, let's see, sim envir. Don't see it by first hand, but there's a better way to do this. So what I can do here is go to my search and type that in, sim environment. Okay. Entity base. Ooh, I like this gem. Hold up. Every time it pops up, I'm just all over it. There it is. It's everywhere, really. The class for all entities. Base class for all entities in the sim environment use find or find all to get the entities you want to control and program. Interchange. So basically, yeah, it's a base. Yes, I know about 10 languages in programming. Python is one of them. JavaScript, PHP. I used to script. I was a script kiddie back in high school. I say high school. In fact, I played with Kali Linux and I made some scripts on my Acer Aspire Gem. It had so many problems with drivers. You can actually find me online if you look up like basically this. I still have, hold on, TJ554 was my younger days. So you can probably find if Ubuntu pops up. This was when I used to make scripts to fix the computer. No, I don't like this. Let me go to Google. And I made a whole forum on basically a script that I created to install drivers, even for that little like secondary interface that Linux didn't support much back then. It's like a media button system on the right side. Hold on, Acer Aspire Gem. Let me see if I still. This was like, no, we had the little control pad on the right. Which one? Oh yeah, that's my baby. Oh, I grew up with this baby. It taught me so much. Oh, such a tiny picture. Hold on. There it is, the 8920. I forgot about it. Forgot the actual series. Ah, that was these pictures are absolutely not quality. How can you? Okay, kinda, sorta. Basically. So this little interface here could not interact with oh nice, C, C++, C#. I had those, like, it's not my main languages. In University of Central Florida, when I was in computer science, you have to go through C++ to understand the basics. In fact, you went through C and then C++ in like 1 year. And then in actual like computer science courses, all of the algorithms we were creating, because we were basically focusing on object-oriented programming, we used Java. And I remember it. I had a love-hate relationship with it because the bytecode took forever to actually compile and to test every single time. Probably much different today. And the last project thing I did was just like go into what's that, Forgecraft. Was it Forgecraft? And create my own blocks and stuff. I was creating classes for students on how to learn programming through gaming, really. But I settled for Roblox programming because it's much easier for students to drop into than to have to go through a whole Java system. So like, I do classes for kids, and when they want to learn programming but want to do it fun, I teach them how to make basic games in Roblox. Now that's Lua. It's not a language I use outside of that. Kinda, sorta. I guess I programmed for OBS a couple of Lua plugins. But yeah, no, my main languages are PHP. I make servers. I actually have my current server here on my FileZilla. And I was kind of messing with my video chat that I'm trying to optimize. But it's having issues communicating between clients. True. Let's focus back on the game. Yeah. The syntax is basically like Lua. Okay, so you probably don't know Lua if you're not familiar with Python. But I have a video that basically shows the main methods of programming, like the syntaxes, because once you know, again, the first 15%, it kind of drops into another language without any issue. The problem is in Python, it's all tabs instead of parentheses, so it kind of throws people off. But it's the same thing. It's still a while loop. It's still a for loop. And there was like this video I made based on comparing JavaScript, Python, and C++. Those were the three that I put together there. Let me see. It was a while ago, I think. So I got like starting Roblox Studio, part 5, taking apart classic Obby, DeepSeek R1 AI on your computer. So if you have a graphics card, you can basically like install your own AI without having to pay for it online. It's pretty sick. It's, I guess, not as comprehensive, but it still helps me with programming too. Like think of it like an encyclopedia for the world. Like at this point, like the AI models are just a snapshot of what we know and what's on the internet, and then this AI model logically auto completes It's not really an AI, it's more like an autocomplete, but it does have a very interesting structure where it takes this set of knowledge stored in a little file of vectors. If you know the difference between PNG and SVG, it's essentially the same. It's a set of vectors, so you can save on data because it's not just text and symbols. It's a set of mathematical vectors that can be calculated, which saves a ton of space. So, like the models now you can download for like 4 gigabytes on your computer, a basic model, 7B, and then run an AI on your computer. You can also, but you do need, I'd say minimum 4 gigabytes graphics memory. You can still go below and still put an AI, but it's gonna be kind of like the special cousin. Like he's not gonna be very smart. So like you can get the 1B here based on that AI concept. You can go to Olamo to get the actual server. And the server here, this case scenario, is literally a server that you would have for like a web server, a PHP server. So I do PHP, which in that case, I use XAMPP to host my server locally, put my PHP files up, test out a program, work with it continuously, attach my SQL and databasing, so I can create a whole like Facebook if I wanted to, or WordPress or whatever. It takes a lot of time, but you can create it. I've kind of started my own projects that, give or take, pretty okay. I have to refactor some code, maybe organize it a bit. But it's just an AI server, and I recommend Llama or DeepSeek, or no, Mistral or DeepSeek. This is a kind of programming model, but it's a very logical model, so it does mathematics and everything. So once you use Llama, you go on your terminal. It's actually pretty quick. You install it. You say Orama whole Mistral, I think 7B. And then that'll download it, but I think I already have it. I have a couple. So if I do list, here's my models right now. I have an image to text. Oh yeah, I created a little application in Python to convert an image to a text. So it didn't work that great. I think I need a much bigger model, but here's the sizes of them. I tried the Lava 13B, it was better than the 4.7. I might keep it. But where's that one here? That's an extra space I don't want. Yeah, you basically an environment where you're just kind of destroy things as much as you need. If you have to destroy stuff, like the burning box is 1/4. So we're going through a while loop, sim environment, run main, sim time, environment, get sim time, print. I keep digressing and tangenting. I do that a lot. So many things that can be talked about. Current time, sim time, seconds, okay. So retrieve the data from the sim environment, calculate stuff, and send back into, for example, get current time and display it. Okay, so we got time, but okay, we have conveyor 6, 5, 4, so 1. This time it's organized nicely. So 0 to 6. We did the loop last time. But man, what was it that... Oh yeah, find all. So let's get all the conveyors. So conveyor equals... What's that? Conveyor belt dot find all. No, conveyor... Those are the entities, yes, but conveyor belt class dot find all. Was that what we did last time? Dang, I forgot the code. And then class sim environment. Some. Oh, that's me. I messed that up. I mistyped it. I was like, wait a minute, what's that doing there? There is that game engine that you can basically use. I think that's, forget what it's called. There's a couple of game engines on Steam, but tools? No. It wasn't just game engine. It was Yeah, forget the name of it, but you can basically program Python within an environment like this, but you can customize the environment too. So basically creating a game as if a Roblox type environment, but for Python. God, I think I need to go back. Yeah. They don't have. Do you? Wish they had like a document somewhere I can look at for the full set. Can I just import from another project? Selection 1? What are these imports? No. No, so it's just different files. I needed to write that down. Hold on. Yeah, Garry's Mod. Exactly. Yeah, it's already aged. It's a fun place to play, but what can you do? I was literally thinking of Garry's Mod. I knew it was a person's name with something after it. But... interesting. It's kind of new custom level. You can create your own. I didn't even realize that. Ah, there we go. There's some nice. There's some 3D environmental adjustments. That's not what I wanted to do though. Why am I... oh, is it specifically... God. Let me go back. Okay, so it's different scenarios. I thought it was different levels. So the one to go through all the conveyors was the for loop. And what was that code piece thing? Conveyor belt, I find out. I had it right? Okay. So I felt like I didn't remember what it was, but okay. And then you go through the loop. I wonder if I should do a for loop or a while loop. So I probably should keep it at a for loop, or the while loop it gave me. So now we're here. Last one of the section. Okay. So obviously the boxes are just spawning randomly. I'm gonna pause this so it's not running. They spawn randomly, so there is no particular key about the boxes. Drop off the boxes in front or behind the conveyor belts. You may activate 2 at a time. So I don't have a sensor to see which ones have it. I can only turn on 2 of them. The boxes, the conveyor belts is transporting 0. It doesn't have a weight sensor, so I can't tell if the box is going to be on that device. I mean, I feel like it shouldn't be that straightforward, but how about we just... I don't want to go through all of them, but I can basically go through the individual ones. Find entity conveyor. So I can grab just 1 too. So let's see, conv1 conveyor belt dot find, and this one is the 4. So let's grab well, string it. I need the whole name. Okay, here 4 your 4. Can I don't have a shift alt copy. Oh, hello. And then we'll get the other one. So if I can only turn 2 of them on, why do I need a loop? They won't get tricky at the moment, not yet. So I get what they want to show me with that loop, but I think that loop is just kind of... yeah, the find all functions. I mean, they're doing this weird sim time thing, and I get it. They're trying to like loop the time. sure, they're giving me an example of a while loop. They just gave me an example of a for loop. But does the particular task require me to even use that loop is the question. Because what if I just do conv1 dot what was it? Current speed, or set target speed. And set it to 5. And then do the same for 2. Oh, of course, I have to treat this allowed. Remember, every time I run those scripts, I didn't put it in my exceptions, unfortunately. My antivirus and firewall always have to complain. Let me reset that. I keep spelling it wrong. That's why it doesn't understand it. Convey your, or, there it is. I'm a tard. Conveyor, conveyor, conveyor. We good? No. I'm confused if we even still have conveyor belt find all. So it's basically having trouble with that same variable we used in the last option. I guess maybe the function is different. Okay, so I did get it. The function is set underscore target lowercase. So everyone's got a preference. No. In the way that they write their code. I don't like dashes because it's just extra reading and it doesn't necessarily help me read better. That's better. Okay, cool. But some use spaces with dashes. This is just opinion. Like the names of these functions someone created and now they're forever this way. But when you create your own, obviously you can create whatever you like. I'm a preferencer, or I prefer camel case for almost everything. If it's a function, I make it a big capital in the front. If it's a variable, I keep it with a lowercase. Like, but you know, functions, they like to be spaced out with dashes. A lot of standard annotations in context. Basically opinions, a lot of people agree. There should. You got the hints. Like, you still got some hints for the actual functions and stuff. But yeah, you're right. There should be an autocomplete. Or at least like a side menu where you can access... No, let's give you a solution to the problem. Where you can actually access the documentary, the basic functions. Or like a kind of tabbed clickable, you go into a set of things that you can adjust the conveyor belts and all the functions for the conveyor belts and anything related to them. So it's kind of easier to find. Otherwise, when I forget, I'm gonna have to literally reload a project from a previous setting level. We going? We good? Did it turn on? Nope. Oh, yep, there we go. Alright, so I'm just gonna put... Wait, hold on. Was I supposed to do one on each side? Yeah, that's it. Ah, wait. Yeah. Why was I overthinking that? They just gave me a loop with a timer on it, and I just completely thought I had to do something with the loop. I'm like, why would I have to do a loop if I just turn them on and make it push off? I thought it was just a trick question. I was like, that's way too early for that. We just started. Kind of, but you won't have like PyLance or any Python completion for their particular API, the PyJob. So you're not gonna know what functions are inside. Here, kind of. I mean, I can do, again, conveyor. There it is. So it does provide something. Like, if there was any other form, let's see. Yeah, it has some sort of completion. So you have sim environment manager, environment error. So you kind of have that guidance, but you still have to, like, kind of know the beginning of it. There's no begin here. And, I'm gonna have to guide this. Boxes over here. Barrels over here. Oh, that's not crazy. This is going to change the conveyor belt. Okay, so we can turn on. Wait, what this? Oh, we got a third one. A cone zone. So inside of there is a cone. Just a capital C-O-N. Okay. So we got a loop while the sim runs. That's fair. Again. Main loop to retrieve data from the sim environment. Calculate stuff and send commands back into the sim environment. I mean, okay, maybe I can do something like just using sim environment dot belt 2. I wonder if it's a saved attribute. No. No. Conveyor? It can still do that too, I guess. Dot find. So we can find conveyors. So why would I care to use that instead of just doing this? I don't know. Okay, anyway. So we can turn on, we can basically do, I'm gonna do this since we're doing it in the loop. If, actually, that'll be after. So we have, get the conveyor belt equals, call it, there's gonna be a bunch of them. So maybe I'll do find all and just identify which one's which. So if all belts not empty, or if no is empty. Can I just say empty? No. So if all belts empty, then we will set all belts to be equal to conveyor belt dot find all and just call it a day. Then it should organize them. So let's do a print of all belts. Find belt here, I'm going to comment that for now. And the other if, I'll take off for now. So let's grab the belts real quick. Yep, there we go again, allowed. Then I gotta go back to the menu, stop it running, and try again. All belts not, Okay, well, what if I remove this and just go for this? Okay. Interesting. Okay, so all belts 1, 2, 3, 4 current time. Okay, okay. So yeah. So we've got all the belts in the same space, belt 1, 2, 3, and 4, but those are named now belt 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they've changed the name to be something simpler. Nice. This is belt 2. That can be turned on automatically. Belt 0 and belt 3. 0, 2, and 3 can be turned on automatically. Nope. Okay. Oh, I'm running. I can't code when I'm running. I forget. So I got all belts. If exists. Oh god, what was that? See, this is the part about Python. I gotta find out. Find string in array. Python. Dictionary, I guess. No, dictionary. Is that a key value pair? Okay, so in is the keyword. So if belt 0 in all else, or well, equals, hold on, in it is gonna be there, so maybe if I do, no, I don't want to do that. We want to do all belts, belt 0, check for speed, equals 0, what's the variable for their speed? Current speed. Dot current speed equals to 0. Change all belts, belt 0. Dot set target speed equals, let's do 3. We'll do this slowly. Does not match, messed up something right there. Expected, right here. There we go. Okay, belt 0, current speed. I see. So because we have them set in a normal list, not a dictionary. So 0 to 0, right? What was the output again? So it should be ordered from 0 to 4, right? 0 to 4, we can just use the indexes of the array to actually call it. So then we'll do just 0. So belt 0 would be in location 0, set speed. Almost. Line 18 in module. Huh? Trace back where from? Joy programming 3 sorter. Line, okay, 18. If all belt 0, current speed. Okay, if I need to know how an array looks without any guidance, I'll basically do that myself here. So I'll get all belts, and then I'll take, let's say, 0. What's inside of 0? Just a string. Okay, so it's not an object that I'm looking at. So then I basically have to use, okay, alright, I gotta use the string to find the conveyor. So conveyor 1 equals to conveyor belt dot find the all belt 0. Save it in conveyor. Which I'll have to do for 2 and 3 also, but hey, conv 1 is now gonna equal, and then I can maybe make it into a loop. Potentially. Conveyor 1, yeah, I just figured out which variables to start using. Considering how to access them directly. Again, I didn't know that they would not provide the whole object. Because you never know what you're going to return from a function. It could be an integer, it could be a string, it could be an object with all the functions already in there, aka methods. So I was approaching it in the form that they were going to return from the conveyor belt find all, not just a string, but I didn't probably read. What does it return? It doesn't really... A list. A list T of what though? It could be a list of strings, it can be a list of objects. I thought it was a list of objects and I just went to straight activating it right away. Now that I got an idea that all I'm getting is a silly string, well, now I can do the conveyor 1 after I find that string and then test that. If variable again, keep forgetting, current speed. Get current speed, there's the function. See, they don't even have that function. At least they give me the drop down. That's good. get current speed, and if that equals to 0, then we'll turn on that conveyor belt. Which is set, actually. Set target speed of 3. So we'll start it slow, and let's check it out now. Especially when you're in an environment with an API that you haven't been used to using or haven't used ever. Entity line 3. Oh no, it's a conflict outside of the normal. You can only concatenate string, not conveyor belt. Huh? Okay. So it is an object. But it didn't show me anything within the object. How about if I take that to a string? Okay, there we go. So I had to take it into a string. So it does give me the name of the object, but I couldn't concatenate, so I couldn't search. So it couldn't search for that particular object, which makes sense. But it didn't have any functions inside either. Yeah, Python's a language you get used to for sure. I normally use it to make networking applications. I mean, it's been a while since I actually played around. Today, I probably use Python more for data analytics. TensorFlow, the last projects I've had with Python was let me see. That's my HTML workspace. That's this one. Oh, let me see. Let's go to the full code. In fact, my AI interface is made from Python. It's been a little buggy lately, but depends on the Ollama server. So this one was FaceLlama, the application. I converted it to a main Qt window. And I think when I converted to a window from a dialog, it kind of messed up a bit on me. Yeah, there it is. Uh-oh. Which one's which, though? Yeah, one of them did open faster than the other. Not sure if this is the... Yeah, this one was... Okay. That one was the... Oh, was it Shift Enter? I forgot my own shortcut. Unfortunately, something's up. I have an older version of it. Hold on. I have a newer version that I'm still playing around with here and there. This one was the older one. Was this even... Oh, this was without the threads. No. This one was the one where I try to run it. Yeah, it's interesting. I like it in a way that as programmers, we have a whole new tool that we can use. Oh wow, this took a while. Okay, so that was Ollama's situation. That took a bit for it to work. But that's because I'm running the game on top of trying to run an AI model. That's why it took forever. This one's probably going to take as long. See, this one has threads, so I can basically use the window without having to break. And this one was the version without threads, so like it says it's not responding, but basically it's hanging in a loop, waiting for the Ollama server to return an answer to my query. So if you ever consider going into Python, working with it, Python's the best way. Absolutely. Um, Outside of making small scripts, one that does image analysis. I don't know if it's still in my list here. No. I think I have it in AI apps. I have a whole folder of AI built applications. But I don't know if it's in this one. Wow, it's still going. Anyway, no threads, not responding. Threads, it just basically runs in the background until it finishes. Oh, there it is. Now it finished. Computer program. But if you'd like to chat about something, ask me. I try to make my computer AI self-aware of what it is, so it doesn't become an overlord of anything. You know, Skynet. I make sure it knows it's a computer program. I'm not gonna be the corporate individual and be like, oh yeah, we gotta make these AI think they're people so they can fool people more, blah 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 blah. Hold on. Is it still running? Oh, I left the window and it ran, and now it's not gonna stop running. There's a script in the background of the app. Nice. Once I left the window, it left the... Speaking of threads, this thread is not gonna be found. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Well, maybe because... Oh, hold on. I changed it to run. Yeah. I changed it to run. I didn't change it to go back to 0 after it's done. So I basically have put it in an infinite loop. There's no thread in the background. It was weird though, because it wasn't showing it was running. Yeah, it is a big black box, and I mean, thinking about, yeah. No, yeah, exactly. Oh my god, hold up, yeah. So, this can be two things though. As an investor, as a person in the market, there's like a twofold psychological attack on this idea that there's an AI out there. Was it Google's fourth one? What the heck was it called? Something Claude 4? Was it Claude 4? Google AI blackmail developer over, what was it? Cheating, right? Cheating, yeah. Dude, for real. Anthropic. So there's two things that can be happening here. There's a company called Palantir. This company has stated that they basically can use the current level of AI technology, and with their particular way of organizing data and making everything efficient on the mathematical level, they don't need any stronger AI. Has been performing well in AI defense sectors. This company basically analyzes data that you give it, whether it's human habit data, online shopping data, whatever, and it can analyze all data from multiple categories and then maybe create a pattern like, oh, this product was popular in 2025, here's another product that's similar that could be popular in 2026. So based on the shipping inventory that has been taken in from outside in, the same patterns have it just takes data from everywhere. People spending habits, government data probably nowadays, because it used to be only a government-based company, but now they're starting to work with a lot of bigger corporations. If I was to say that there is a Skynet out there that's being birthed, it's from Palantir. The one case scenario that really scares me from Palantir is it involves its own analysis as a crime preventative tool, I believe, for the government. I'm pretty sure the UK probably uses it. But this company is a very small company. It used to be. It's been going crazy this year. and only had clients from private or public government, not businesses, sectors. True. I mean, this music is essentially AI. That's one thing I did too, was create a... Where's all my good code? Hold on. Where's my AI that makes music? It's not that great because it's a local model. You'd have to go through a couple of runs. So this is just my Python. Okay, this is just my Python. Let me go to my overall code. Okay, yeah, AI has its own space. Flux AI editing model, AI code, Python. Data organize, filter words, image speaker. Oh, dude, this thing. This is a thing I decided to play around with. I forgot about this. Watch this. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Okay. So, right now it's inconspicuous. You don't know what's gonna happen yet. And then I do this. Hold on. You can already kind of see what's happening. Why is it doing that though? Start position, set position. God, what was the Nope. Kinda, but nope. Nope. I'll get it. Okay, cool. Maybe a little bit lower. Hold on. I wanted to make this thing for whatever reason, but why is it so... this is the one without the width? Hold on, no, this is the old one. Let me try this. Like, normally I get a good stable base and then I start modifying it on top. Okay, yeah, this one's the better one. Oh, I have a configuration save? Come on. Oh, okay. Guess that doesn't work yet. Same idea. So about 550, 350, set position. Okay, width about 300 by 200. Okay, that's better. How about 400? Okay. Maybe make this 3. Sure. 600? Oh, yeah. Hold on. We're getting there. 300? Oh, yeah. And then there was like different... Yeah, so this one might be pretty good here. So this was made in basic Python. Hold on. Still misaligned. No, that's 600 is fine. Let's do 500? No. Hold on. 350, no. 370. Testing? No. Hold on. 320? Is this good? Yeah. Okay, but now it's kind of like still too small, so... I thought I saved the configuration! Once you save it, it should kind of save it back to its normal thing. But you basically see what this is for, right? This is just to make a... stupid talker. So that was fun. Can I save this? Let me see if that works. Save it. Close it. Take it back. Load? Nah, there's an issue. That was a new feature I tried to do because I got really annoyed at trying to put those things together. Those numbers together. Anyway. Small random projects. What else did I have? I do have another game with AI. What was that? No. Unplayed animes, no tools. There was a game, it was a puzzle game, right? Oh, I'm looking at only the downloaded ones. Hold on. Casual controller, multi-puzzles. There was another programming one specifically for AI, which is something I wanted to try out too. I forget what it was called though. Simulators? Gas station, electrician, streamer, tabletop, house flipper, house design. Huh. Wait, what? I can't figure it out. What was the name of it? But basically, you and a cat making like random projects and organizing data, circles, and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, dude, I've had this account for a while. I hope Steam stays with us. That's all I can say. At some point, I'm gonna go to GOG and actually have ownership of the game. But I've had this account for like 15 years. So when you own something for so long, you tend to accumulate. Okay, so we got that one running. God, what was that game name? It had a cat in it. I love cats. Don't do any incorrect deliveries. Okay. Delivery items to their corresponding area. So, okay, we have the first case conveyor belt. Check. Alright. Then, let's turn on the defaults. Make a second conveyor here. I'm not making this very diverse to understand, because right now there's no signify. Well, I guess like if I could find their physical direction, then I could say, hey, make the ones that are X, Y in this direction turn on, and then these will be turned on based on the scanner item. Then I can do that, but there's no, I'm not sure if the conveyor belts have a current physical position available. Entity name, target, no, it's only got a couple of variables. It doesn't have orientation. But if it had orientation, I could program that particular one. Like this one obviously sorts left to right, and that one over here sorts left to right. So these two could be identified using, because I don't have a naming unless odds, belt 1, belt 4. No, there's no pattern there. If even numbers were always on conveyors and odd numbers were conditionary conveyors, then I can kind of make a overall generalized loop to grab all of the belts and then work based on that type of numbering identification. Or in this case, positioning, because again, yeah, they are horizontal here and vertical here, but there's no way to judge through the code. So I'm just gonna have to manually select them. Set target speed 3, so we're gonna get now our, I believe it was 2 and 3. Those are the ones to be turned on automatically. In fact, for the case of just, yeah, for the case of saving memory, I'm just gonna do this. I don't want to recreate new variables I'm not going to use, because those are going to be on continuously. Renaming them differently is just going to basically increase memory usage, which is fine for normal situations, but I want to be efficient there. So I'm just going to reuse the same conveyor variable, each time grabbing different conveyors, and because it's only a single purpose route, all I'm doing is turning this 2, this 3, and this 0 on. And that's 0, 2, 3. If it's 0, turn it on. And I guess I can kind of like have, once we leave the sim environment main, like at the very end. So after the while loop. Just basically readjust those conveyors to 0. I already have all belts, so I don't... No, do I? Yeah. Yeah, I have to refine it again. So if it's equal to... Oh, if it's greater than 0... So I might change the size of it at some point, or the speed. So if it's greater than 0, then we're going to turn the speed back to 0. as the ending of our loop and the ending of our script. So when I run, they should turn on. One turned on. First one turned on. 3-0 current I wonder if I have to actually make them into different variables then? No, this one's 2. Conv. If I stop the script, it doesn't actually turn it off though. Does it? No. Why? Okay. So it turns on one of them. Why is it turning on? Alright, well. We just overwrite the same variable unless there's an issue with that. Let me see one more time. Okay. 2 of them are going. What about you, buddy? But when I stop, they should stop, but they don't stop, unfortunately. So something's odd. I'm dumb. I'm kind of dumb. Yeah, I definitely am. While loop there. That's running fine, but then we leave the while loop. I'm not dumb. I'm fine, I guess. But something's off. Belts, all belts, 2, 3. String, find, change speed, conv. Well, yeah, I did jump because I don't want belt 1. Belt 1 is a conditional. It's going to be turned on left and right based on what the scanner detects. So I'm not trying to turn that on in this particular movement. I'm just trying to turn these 3 on because they're just going to be keep pushing things forward. But belt 1 and belt 4 are going to be conditional, so they got to change direction based on whether they detect. Belt 1 detects either a barrel, else it goes to the other side. And over here it's going to detect box to the -5, and then the other thing, the cone. So those are conditional, but I'm trying to figure out why not all of these belts were turned on. I'm gonna go back to using, let's see again, going back to using the numbers. So that didn't quite work, but let me see. 1, 3, 2. I'm not sure if there's a conflict here, so I'm gonna just use new variables. So I'm actually gonna give them unique conv1, conv2, and conv3. Okay, let's run that. Still turning on those. It fooled me. Why is it so... What happened? That's about 0. 0 is 1. We set it target speed 3. Alright, reset again. Is it going to... It didn't. It went fast last time and it turned up on very quickly. I mean, I can make this into a loop also. For belt and belts, But then again, that's gonna go through. I need to do a enumerate, and then put a value next to it. I don't need a loop yet. It's not working as it is. Maybe? It's still going. I still see it. What? No. No. Was that me doing something stupid earlier? Maybe I tried to stop it and I didn't. Ah, now it's nice and quiet. Okay, that makes sense. No wonder that noise has been going on. Oh, because it wasn't equal to 0, therefore it never touched it. Yes. Okay, so then let's go. This should turn them all up now, because they're all 0. There we go. All of them started. So I'll turn them off. Now let's try and see if I can create an auto turn off after the loop is done. Oh, I had to stop it. The script. So now I'll take this exact same set and basically before we disconnect the environment, we're going to deactivate them. So if is greater than 0, greater than 0, and greater than, then we will set that to 0 after the loop is done. I think I messed up. I think I accidentally turned it on earlier to test it and it never turned off. I tried to press 1 or 0 and it probably did 0.1. So probably human error. I always blame myself when something doesn't go right. It's not the computer, because the computer just takes instructions, man, just step by steps. The problem is whoever wrote those instructions. So I always blame myself. Is it? Come on, session disconnected, right? Stop currently running Python script. So it says session connected. It turns it to 0 to 3. Connection established. But is there a problem with the loop that it makes it keep going? But it's not really still going because it's not printing the current time anymore. So the loop isn't going. The belts haven't done anything, and I don't think I see a session disconnection. Is there another log that I need to look at? Okay, let's remove this real quick. Because I don't like that I have to keep going in here to turn the speed down to 0. If I run this, pipe connection established, it runs, I stop it, it stops running. But it never exits correctly. It never disconnects, or doesn't tell me it's disconnecting, so I feel like it never actually gets there. Interesting. So it almost leaves but doesn't leave the loop. I almost don't see a reason for this loop if it's not going to run nicely. Or simply make my own loop. But this is the official way to disconnect the session, so I don't want to technically try and create my own disconnect or ending form. No. No, no, no. Oh, clear makes me go way back. Okay. No bueno. We should see a disconnected. We should see session disconnected. Because we see session connection established. This is probably happening up here. Get current session. Create reference to entities in the environment. Sim environment. I want to see what's inside sim environment. Current. That's it. That's all that's inside is current. They're already running, so that's fine. I wonder... if I do... this. Still doesn't turn off. Something's weird. Oh no, debug. Well, does it matter? I'm just being extremely overcomplicated. I've turned them on. Do I need to turn them off? No. If I was an efficient programmer and this API worked perfectly, then I do it. So why even care about turning them off if it doesn't disconnect very well? So, I've got this worked out. Let me just get rid of this extra code. I'll put this back inside the loop because that's where we're program focused. Now we're going to take the sensor. Yeah, we'll take the sensor, which is range finder scan 0. So sensor will be looping through, checking consistently what the next item is. I hope it doesn't put the items in too quick, but let's try it. Sensor 1 equals to range finder dot find scan 0. Sensor 2 equals range dot find scan 1. And if sensor 1 dot RF RFID, right? RFID tag barrel. Get, right. It's probably a private variable. Get RF scanner, get RFID tag, get, oh, I did 2 dots. RFID tag equals to barrel, then we shall make the we'll say conditional conv 1 is going to be conveyor 1, I believe. This one, no, it's, yeah, it's 1. So conditional conveyor 1, and then conditional conveyor dose. I hate, it's highlighting a whole thing. I just want you to highlight the inside. Then we'll take conditional conveyor 1 dot set target speed to -5, but in the else case that it's not a barrel, we'll do the same thing but set it to +5. I was overthinking. I wanted to turn off the barrels moving, but that's not gonna happen apparently. Weird. There, you happy? Are you gonna leave me alone? No? Is it because the spaces? Yeah, I love Python. Alright. Then we are gonna check for the second case of the second type. Condition 2, sensor 2. We have 2 options here. We have a box to the -5 or a Well, I can do else also, but let's be specific here. I'll do sensor. I don't think I have to use parentheses for the if and else statements, but I'm very, very comfortable with them, so it helps me organize my thoughts easier. So the two sensors are turned on in a particular direction. Let's try it out. Line 27. Oh. What? Okay, weird. Nope, that's wrong, buddy. Okay. Where are you going? Wait, -5 is that way? No! Not the whole thing. Okay, good. My script is still there. Thank God. Okay, okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why did it do that? Is 5 should be... Wait. Let me just test out. What's positive? Yeah, why did you go this way? I made you negative. It should have been negative. Negative should be the other direction. Alright. Assumption made. Yeah, I'm hoping I don't have to, like, accommodate for the momentum or have a couple of second delay before I... Because if they go too quick, then as soon as the barrel is moving on the conditional conveyor, this cone's gonna come in and then flip it around. So I might have to add in some clever delays in order to compensate, and then there will be some sort of mathematical equation I can do to find the speed of the specific conveyors to the delay that it has to have. And then I can use a variable to make that even more advanced, but I'm just trying to get this puzzle done. I'm not over here. Computer science mind makes me want to optimize every single thing. Min-maxing. Being a computer science major, that becomes your everyday thought process. Min-maxing. Well, this doesn't have to be programming either. Just think of ways how you can min-max everything. Okay. So... Oh... Yeah, no, that should be -5. Negative number goes in that direction. So right now, else is a cone. It's gonna be +5, pushing it this way, hopefully with enough time. Should work. Should work. Should work. We got it. Please don't... No items yet. No items yet. No, okay. Now you can go ahead and put an item down. Wait. Come on. Come on, you. Why you no work? Great. Okay, so it is doing one item at a time until it reaches its destination. The next item doesn't come up. That's perfectly fine with me. I am okay with that understanding. But why isn't this moving? Cone. Right? Cone. Cone zone. No, I don't want to copy it to clipboard. Give me the item name of this cone. It should be cone. Okay. Box zone. Items is begin overlap. Time. Items is begin true zone triggered first, get overlaps triggered at overlap time. It's not telling me the name of this cone. It's a cone. Oh, maybe. Oh, I do. Okay. So, can I please get the names of these particular objects that are floating down? Because it doesn't... It's named something. Because I named... In the script I put cone, assuming that barrel and box were similarly named. Alright, let me just check if it's going to change direction here if I get, like, something else. Oh, come on. Give me something else. They're over there fighting for direction. Yes. Okay, well that's still a box, so... that would have been a great first test if the cone doesn't work. Alright, let's see barrel. I just want to get a barrel so I can make sure the barrel works. This is, we're doing science right now. Good point! I do have to spawn it myself. That is now a feature. Oh? Please. Please. Please, you know what to do. No, it didn't change direction at all. Alright, so we know the first situation is not working out. Back in time. So, box cone condition sensor 1 dot get RFID. So, what do we do when we get to this point? We start debugging. What the heck am I getting from this sensor 1? What the heck am I getting from sensor 2? And also, let's slow down by 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds. RFID get scan 1 method. Get RFID tag. It's a method? It's returning a Okay. Scan 1 method. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. I get it. So then... if I have the method... Get RFID tag, barrel. Right. I am scanning and finding. So... Would I forget to actually put... Oh no. I'm a noob. I'm a noob. I forgot the parentheses at the end of the function, the method. I'm a noob. There we go. I thought it was a variable. Or an attribute. So that should find me? Maybe? Okay. It delayed itself. It started because it hopefully identified a cone. Alright. Next one. Next one. Next one. No. Don't you dare. No. It's gonna have the same problem. Can I get a barrel, please? Nope. Yeah. It is. It's a cone. It's a cone. It's telling me a cone. Why can't I do this? Why don't you see it's a cone so you change the direction? Is it double equal? That should be it. Okay, so then my logic, is it making sense? So then let's take sensor 2, no. I mean, obviously, it seems like we're going to be getting cones first. Okay, box. So let's take that as the box. In fact, you know what? Let's stop moving these conveyor belts for now. Let's play with the scanner. All belts. Screw though. I don't need that to be gone. Oh no, I messed up an indent. Is it because of the... Hold on. Box. So you go to the right. Good. You know what? Let's do it in a not so unique way. But don't do any incorrect. Can I do it backwards? Can I do something like, oh, I don't know. Move conveyor belt 1. -3 so I can just make this a quick analysis? You gonna let me do that? So, cone to the right. Nice. Cone still to the right. Okay. Cone, stop with the cones. Can we change? Barrel. Change direction. Oh, I'm done. Okay, we got it. And then if I do another one, it's a cone, it should go to the... Did it do that by itself? Else. I guess it did else because it was already on. Do I want that to be the case? Maybe I want else to be 0, so there's like a lot, there isn't this momentum, continuous catch-up. Okay. That's nice. Good to see. Come on. Oh wait, I'm still running. So, alright, I'll go ahead and undo these. Put this back to a 3. The scanner is working. So... But then we'll do... Elif. Cone. Or box. Go to the right. Else, we're gonna reset the speed to 0. And we'll give this one an else to also reset the speed to 0. Because we're gonna try and fight momentum like you said. At least we can help that momentum. But I didn't really change anything. I just added debugging and I added a sleep of 2. I didn't really do any adjustments otherwise. Cone. To the right. Hello. Sensor 1. Oh wait. Sensor 2's conveyor 2's. Oh, maybe I'm having conflicts because I forgot to adjust. All of these are sensor 1, conveyor 1. Can I just say is? Is that a better way to do this? I know that Python has all these keyword type conditionals and boolean comparisons, but I still like my double equals and my exclamation equal. Okay, so is barrel. Conditional check to see what's printing out from the conditional. Oh, string str. I forget that you have to force a lot of times. Str for string type conversion. So then I would need to take the sensor RFID tag and then compare it to a string so it can compare directly to a string, which means I have to do this to basically all of my particular comparisons. Python has a very strong sense of strings, which is great, but also a little bit annoying sometimes that it doesn't automatically just say, hey, this is a string return, take it. We have to throw in the str conversion in the front. anytime we're using it from a method. I mean, it's basically how the method was built, I guess. Another case scenario. Is barrel sorter pi can only concatenate string, not boolean to string. Boolean. You're telling me you're trying to convert a boolean to a string inside of that particular get target, no, get RFID tag? Let's just do this. Maybe it's trying to mix things incorrectly. Just show me what's inside of a string. Ah! Okay, that was the case. It was the string. It's going. It's going. Yeah, let's spawn more. Else turned it to 0. Nice. Why not go? Oh, premature, premature. I need more time. Okay, okay. I need more sleep time. Let's call it a 4-second sleep. It was almost to the thing. Maybe 3 seconds. We'll see. Maybe these conveyor belts move items 3 distance per second. Something like that. From one side of the conveyor belt to the other, it takes 3 seconds to move. Something like that. Maybe more, because that's only halfway. So that'd be 3 seconds this way, 3 to the other. So that's 6 seconds to travel over on a 3. I'm guessing here, the speed values. Ah, based on a turned on or off, right? Is transporting 0. Conveyor belt is empty. Conveyor belt is oh, it does have a sensor for an item. It doesn't know what item it is though, but that's true. You can identify if it has an item on it. That's fair. So if it has an item on it, move it in the direction that we set it, but then we got to create a variable that will save that particular direction until the item gets lifted, which is fine. We can also do it with a sleep in this case. If I wanted to make it much more dynamic and used in a much wider set of, I guess, situations than just this one little tiny puzzle, then yeah, I would use get is transporting, identify that it has an item, identify the last item that was put in on this particular conveyor belt, and then the direction in which it's moving based on that item, so -5 for a barrel. And once the item is off on the is transporting function, then you basically use either a stop or scanner again to identify the next item that's coming in. But then I can also put in that maybe after the 4-second, after at the very end, object spawner. So after that 4-second and then scan, what we can do, the order of this is going to be interesting, because I'm seeing some potential issues ish. Dot get or find spawner, save that. Do I want to? No, I'll just do a dot spawn function. So at the end of the while loop, it'll spawn a new one. So potentially the 4 seconds should be enough. In fact, 3 seconds. I'll probably want to sleep after I check my conditionals of the current item, and then sleep, and then spawn a new item, because by that time it should have already passed through the whole belt. We're about to find out. Oh no! Wait, hold up. Why? Is that 3 seconds? Really? Oh. Alright, well, you see what's happening. Let's increase that to... We need more time, because that's 6 seconds, 6 seconds. I'm just gonna guess 12. If we're moving by the number 3 on each one of these. TTS Twitch tats. Oh. Fair. Thanks for that tip, though. I'll check it out. It's talk to speech, the Twitch TTS. Yeah, I figured it was a tool for this kind of stuff. Nope, that's not that's not gonna work out. That's not gonna work out. Why? Are you not sleeping the amount that's supposed to sleep? 3. Wait a minute, I thought I put that to 13 or 12. Where'd I put 12? Oh, I changed. I thought it's. I'm dumb. I changed a whole different number thinking it was asleep. Okay. 12 seconds should be enough, right? But that's still not taking cone to the right, though. False. What do you mean false? That means nothing is on it? It doesn't identify cone, but we saw that it was cone. Is cone or... is cone... Well, it should technically be positive 5, so that wasn't gonna work anyway, but string tag cone is false. Get RFID barrel. Okay, so false being barrel. Fine. Alright, so let's get rid of this conditional. So the conditional works true or false wise. That's all I wanted to know there. I'm kind of multi-debugging here. But now it should just give me the object currently on conveyor 1. Box. Hello? Box to the right. So a barrel to the left works fine, but box to the right doesn't seem to work fine. Sensor 1. Sensor 1. Barrel. String sensor 1 get RFID tag is cone or... Wait a minute. Yeah. Wait, there's like an extra parenthesis here. What are you doing? Hold on. Duh. That should just be on the right. Well, actually, no, this should be here. Yeah, this to this, okay. This to the string there, that's fine. This and this. Else conditional holds the whole thing. This and that. I mean, okay, so is doesn't work then. I attempted to do is, but is apparently is not a case for us to compare strings. So I think it's the double equals, which is nice. Yes! Okay, back to functionality. Yeah, okay, I'll take the bot off. I'm horrible at these things, but yep. At this point, I'm pretty attentive. I think I'm getting used to it. Let me turn off that bot. At least for that thing. Okay, but still, that second conveyor belt not so bueno. We'll check it out. That should be off now. Okay, so the first case works good. Oh, fair. Just from the TTS site. Just exclude your bot. Like the bot that's in the Streamlabs? Exclude that one somehow? Or is it probably, I have to connect it to Twitch and then it'll read the chat or something like that. I'll figure. I'm pretty good at setting up those. But thanks for that idea. It could help out a lot, patching into my sound so I can hear it instead of having to, what's the word? Look up and down. Okay, I got distracted. So, my brain went everywhere. Talk about ADHD. String sensor to get RFID box. This should work fine. Okay, scenario that. Okay, so I don't need to print the first sensor anymore. I know it works. Scan 1 is the name. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I like something that I don't have to directly connect to my account and stuff. Cool. So I just have to connect the channel. Got it. Channel name. So let's check the other case scenario. I like to add these little checkpoints as a print. Empty. Sensor. Okay, fine. No, that's fine. Sensor 2 is empty. That's true. Cone. 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 You see cone? Why you no do the cone thing? Okay, if string get FD box cone. Cone conveyor to set target speed. Conditional conveyor 2. Conditional conveyor 2. Where was that? Conditional conveyor 2. Find all belts 2. Right? Oh, I hate being human. Alright, no, that'll be index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay, so I was changing 2? Which one was 2? Oh, I was changing this one for some reason. Uh-oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay, because nothing ever gets to that side for it to test itself out. Or maybe it was changing and I just did not see it. Oh, I was not getting the correct conveyor. Love it. Love human error. Off by ones, forgetting to index your arrays correctly, or at least pick the ones correctly. Come on. Please. Oh! Oh, yeah. Feels good. Feels good. Oh, no, it doesn't. Not anymore. Hold on. Well, we got one. Great. Why you stop? Why did that happen? Why did it just stop like that? That's weird. Why did you stop? Oh, the 4-second. That's not bad. It might work out good for me. No, 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 the 4-second didn't scan the next one. Okay, well, there that goes. Okay, okay, okay. So the 4 seconds... Oh, no, 12 seconds. It's quite some time to consider the scanning. I might have to actually use, like you said, is transporting. Then I can turn each one on and off while there is something happening on that belt based on the is transforming. Then I can actually follow the item piece by piece. It might take longer because it'll turn off when there's no item, turn on when there is an item. Then the scanner, so if there is, oh man, I have to check all of them transporting at the same time. That's a function. Can I make functions? Will you let me make my own function? Define conf transporting, and then we'll take the all belts, and then we're going to and then basically for belt in belts, if belt dot is transporting, it's capital I? No, you had it earlier. Hold on. Yeah. Get is right. Okay. Dot get is transporting equals to true. Was it capital? Yes, true. Then return current belt. And then I can say I can basically make this loop not have to deal with everything. I don't want to like delete it all or anything. But since I'm kind of changing the logic, I can at least comment it for reference. So now is the conveyor current conv equals to conveyor transporting. That's gonna give me the current thingy. Conveyor. If okay. Let's do a quick print. Let's debug this piece by piece. Because if I can do this in this format, I'll make less error. Now that I know I can just reset it from here. It was not defined. Oh, am I doing this backwards? This is interpreted language, so potentially yes. Right. Right? All belts. I meant. So belt 0 is the current one. Fine. So if belt 0, so now I can create a conditional based on the scanner. So if belt 0, then scanner 1. So then we do if... No, not here. So if current conv string, putting all the pieces of my understanding of this application or this API, belt 0, then if we have an item on belt 0, then we shall turn on the I don't have a set of current all belts, so I'll take that in. Then from all belts we will take in the 0 dot set transport speed to 3 forward, and then else then if right, now we gotta control, so that's the first transport. Now we gotta control the second transport after, so that's not belt 0. Oh, right, it's running in the background. So if now case of sensors, let's find censored there. If sensor 1, I don't want to keep. I would rather make these outside of the while loop, because I know these are variables I'm going to be using consistently. And then, I mean, I could technically just do find all again. Sensors. Belts. Let's clean up my syntax here. Belts. Find all. And then sensor 0 dot get RFID tag, take that to a str, set that equal to barrel, then change the conditional of belts 0. No, belts 1 now, right? That's 1. Yeah, belt 1 dot set transport speed as barrel -5. Gonna make it faster so it could potentially move the item much faster. I'll adjust accordingly. And let's say else, I want to just test a simple case scenario here. What are you doing? What is that? Why is the else way up here? That doesn't make syntaxical sense. And if I do this, it... Okay. Why are you doing this? That's not a part of the tabbing structure. I am so confused. Why is this one always one small space behind? It's not attaching itself? Alright, let's just do this for now. Jesus, something's weird with this editor now. Invalid syntax? Oh great, something... $25? Oh, maybe because of a parenthesis. No? Barrel, string, I didn't close the string in the correct area. Correct area? Are you happy? Are you done messing with me? There we go. Jeez. Alright. Missed one parenthesis and it totally... This should be lowercase. It totally went ham. Went crazy. Speed of 5 rather. Okay, so it should be 5 for anything else. Barrel should be -5. So belt 5 is the current conveyor. Belt 0 I mean. So that should be true. Little debugging print statement. And belt 0. We're not really looping, but then again, we've got this extra 12-second thing happening here. I didn't comment everything out. Nice. Let's grab these sensors out of the way. Conveyor belt has no attribute. Set transport speed. Get set target speed. Transport target. You want to talk about dyslexia? It happens in many forms. It's a T, and it's still talking about the technical same thing. Set target speed. Okay, 3, -5. Alright, let's go. Okay, number 1 in. We got a cone. We identify a cone. We identify as a cone. We identify as a cone. We identify as a cone. Alright. Well, we were in target 1 the whole time. Belt 0, belt 0. So that case scenario. I don't want to have to create an array to save every single item as it's moving down this stupid thing. So I can figure out which one is what and it's going to places. I'd have to pop and sort arrays. I don't want to do that. That's like the ultimate way to do this on a min-max scale. the easiest way through is to identify the current. So currently we're at belt 0. We set the target speed of belt 1 based on the current. Sheesh. Oh, I don't even need these though. I don't need that. Hold on. There was a timer that I had somewhere. Did I need that? I don't think so. What is this down here? Don't want to spawn anything at the moment. So... Belt 1 set target speed, Belt 2 sets target speed. After scanner, sensor 0 identifies a particular type of item equal barrel. Then it'll set the target speed. So technically... But once there's no item here, it doesn't run anymore. But I don't technically change anything about the run. So that item should automatically trigger the sensor to activate the direction and keep the direction to that particular direction until another item pops up and changes that direction. So in belt 0 works, but what else is happening over here? Between target flow 0 to 3 in belt 0. Let me see what happens again. Item on belt 0, moving forward. Identify in belt 0. Belt 1 still not changing though. And now item is not on belt 0, but we're still in belt 0. It's still running without stopping, which I haven't really created a turn off mechanism, so that makes sense. Okay. Now else, this is going to be the turn off mechanism. No. This is for the overall thing. Okay, there. Belts of 0 dot set target speed 0. So this should at least turn off the first belt if it's on there. So we're making the logic just for the first belt and the sensor being connected. But it's interesting that let me get sensor again, print it. Issue with sensor defined. Oh, sensors. Am I doing this again? Hold on. Am I just basically doing human error? I am. I indeed am. So, sensors. Plural. I literally just did a human. Alright, now let's try it. Should be identifying the variable. There we go. But incorrectly directed. Why are we going that way? Barrel should be -5. Belts 1. If sensor tag barrel equals barrel. Why are we going to that direction though? Box should be to right. Yeah, that's fine. Fine, and then I do another item. Barrel should change the direction. Why was it doing the other direction before? I didn't even change the code. A little inconsistent. I'm not very... Else. Is else to blame here? Else is to blame here. Let's turn that to 0. Grab this. Make a elif box or barrel. I mean, cone. Then go to the right, else 0. Oh, but then 0 is still gonna do it because the scanner is not gonna... Hold on. The on and off mechanism should technically be belt 1. So that should stay on until the item is not... Okay. It's an extra conditional on top. Yeah, loading each conveyor belt only when it gets empty, which is fair. I'd like to basically make an item. I want to do at least one item to one location, belt at a time, and then once I get that, I can speed up and potentially multi-manage and consistently do it as fast as I possibly can. I want to see if I can min-max this. That's kind of what I'm, I guess, doing now. Takes extra thought. Oh, how long has this been going for? Oh, 2 hours programming? Damn, time goes fast. Oh, let's see. I'll do a little bit more. I want to at least get one item and then I'll min-max it next time. So then cone comes here. This one turns off. But then there is no current comp at 0, so that turns off this whole situation. Well, current item. I don't want the while loop to take this out. I'll make it an array by default. I'll prepare myself for multi-managing an array to make the particular pieces move. So, current item. So the current item in the current conveyor. And then as the current item moves, so I wanna, let's do items. So items, conveyor, then I can expand that to have more detail, like the cone would be a good way to attach it with it, so then I can get a double array. So 0, 0 would be the current belt. Then I can essentially scan what item it is and add it to the list. But that would be a sensor 1, so then I can say items 0 0 pop add? No. Push. Let's call it 0, 1, right? 0, 1 double array is gonna be the location for the sensor. This is way more complex than I want it to be. I just want one item for now. I'll optimize it further later. Forget items, at least in that manner. We'll just do current item. So we know this first sensor is going to get the RFID value of the current item. I might even have to, I mean, making a class for each item would probably be the best case here. Each one has a particular. So is current conveyor belt 0, speed 3, move over, turn, current item. Potentially want to do this specifically. Let's do a string also. Probably want to do this specifically once I identify it on belt 1, not just in the middle of nothing there. So current item, so we can basically say if current item equals barrel, clean this up a bit, current item cone but then I can basically consider this to be a OR belt 1, because we really don't want to switch until it leaves belt 1 as far as directional. Again, I did it. Where did I make that stupid mistake? Sensors. No, wrong direction, bub. I know that's not going to be right for some reason. The first time I run it, it's not right. Still not right. Should have fixed itself. Last time it was the barrel that did the same thing. It went the wrong direction. Weird. Okay, I guess I copied that without adjusting the actual value. Okay, good. And then I'll connect these two together. This one just kind of has to check if there's a sense. Oh, come on now. Okay, hold on. You are currently in this one, though. You almost did it. You almost made it, little dude. Alright, hold on. What? Current conv is belt 1, but current conv will change to belt 1. In belt 1, scan 0. Yeah, in belt 0, belt. Right, this is here. Okay, let's call this in first sort. And then belt 3 and belt 4 will be the second sort, which will essentially similar logic. Just an L if belt 2, no, belt 3 and 4 I believe it was. And they will be controlling sensor 1, get FRD, belt, set target speed in first and second sort. And then here, belt 3 will adjust belt 4 with sensor 1. I don't need the sprint anymore. Yeah, I don't need that print anymore. So at least I have that there, but it's still gonna stop at this like end location. Right there. Why are you stopping? Okay, so at least I have the continuation to the next logic, but that logic is still a little flawed because it stops before it gets to the end. and first sort. Okay. You know, oh, current barrel, if it's not anything. So I'm basically right. I'm stopping the speed if the scanner doesn't have anything. So let's not do that, yeah? I figured I'd do that for a next item, but it looks like it's just gonna slow it down. It'll just adjust based on the item. So there's gonna be no slowdown. It's just gonna keep going and it's gonna adjust speed whenever that happens. Okay. There we go. Second sort. Wrong direction. That's fine. I copied and pasted and I actually didn't adjust that sorting mechanism. So then I go back here. Barrel. Now it's gonna be if box go to the left and only if cone go to the right. Okay. Oh, I didn't actually program that one, did I? Huh? That one's just gonna be an on if there's something on it. That's fair. So belt what? Belt what? 2. This is gonna be a simple one. L if just belt 2. I mean, this one would be interesting because this could run on its own. Do I want to connect these with else ifs though? Because that would make this case a single item process only. And then I guess if there's no others, then if there's no items, current cov. Okay, so if there's no items here, then I can spawn. Okay, so that's gonna be the case where I can just finish this one item at a time. So instead of else here changing speed, I'm just gonna take object spawner. The spawn spawn? So if there's no item detected at all, then it spawns. Otherwise, the item should be somewhere within these bounds on one of these conveyor belts. And in this case, if I'm on conveyor belt 2, I'll just take belts dot 2 and set the speed to 3. Is it ever gonna turn off? Nope. Not in that case. So really it's gonna turn on and forever move. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm just solving this at this point. Get her done. What? Okay, box to the right. It's only when I start adding an extra item is when it's going to start confusing itself. Nice! Okay, there we go. And then when it's gone, a new item spawns. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, true. Find spawner dot spawn. Okay, right. I need 8 items. One item is gonna take, what, 20 something seconds. So for sure, this will not be the most effective way. It is working. I got my initial thoughts on it. I've been working on this for 2.5 hours, but I've also been learning this silly concept here. Please go. Yes. Please go to the left. Just go to the left. Just go there. Go there. Cool. And that one should now go. Yeah. Smooth. Smooth but slow. So next time I gotta actually manage multiple items. I guess there's a faster way that's more blind than this, right? You would just keep them on, like I kind of started off with, and then spawn at a certain value. But that would be such a reckless way to do it. It'll be faster. But this case, one item at a time seems good. It's just slow. So next time, I have to use a array to manage which items are currently on and on which conveyor they are. So I basically have to start it off with the array process. And then for each item, I manage. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, so I did it, but the case is that 8 items for, I guess, better stars. Gotcha. Optional goals. Really? Optional goals are done? It's gonna go above time now. Yeah, okay. That was weird. Why was that done? So I guess the star here, weird. I don't even know if that was programmed correctly. The timer kept going, it gave me a check mark, and then it just gave me an X. So did it require minimum 4 items? And then 8 items for the highest possible score? Is that what they were trying to do? Because I'm going to obviously finish it, but it's going to take longer because I'm doing 1 item at a time. But why was a check mark? At all. Oh, okay. I'll optimize this, min-maxing it next time so I can actually optimize the time it takes. Multi-error, a multiple, either a key value dictionary. No key value. I just do a list, a regular list. And then each item that's currently running, I'm going to scan the list, find out how many items for items on conveyors or for items in system. I'm going to scan them all, turn to appropriate conveyors, let them pass through. Okay, so 1 star. Okay, fair. 1 star is this. Get them all. Just get it done. And then 2 stars is when you finish everything in 120 seconds. Dude, I could so heavy min-max this, but no, it would be horrible because that momentum and stuff. Nah, it wouldn't work. Yeah, it's the limitations of the physical existence of that. Anyway, I think I'm done for today. Or now. I don't know, I might program more later. But I figured I'd do a little bit of programming to warm up for today. I got some other stuff to do. And that was fun. Thanks for joining me, Kuno, on Twitch. Appreciate the time. I wonder if you're still here. If you're still here, kudos for sticking with. Know that I have a YouTube as well, so feel free to join me there. I like to really do more content creation on YouTube, but yeah, I'm gonna stream on multiple platforms. So either way works out great. So if you join me here, if you join me on YouTube, either one sounds good with moi. And I'm just gonna find my controls over here. Fair enough. What other games do you recommend based on this? Because let me show you what I have. Let me actually find that right before I leave. All the programming games that I have that I've been... I got 2. Huh? Yeah, I'm basically below standard deviation. Most of these. Oh no, this one's above. LOC. Interesting. Beats 76%, beats 27, 82. Oh wait. Command sent. Oh, it's really tracking how many commands I'm sending out for each of those? Interesting. I guess I kind of beat time too, but 76%, that's pretty average. I mean, look at that hill there. Beats 27, meh. LOC is better than 27% of other solutions. That's not much. Oh, you know, I don't know if you like hacking, but there is a really good one called Grey Hack. Let me show you. Also, I really like how I can exit the game. I didn't realize this until last time. Ooh, hey, what's going on here? Hello world. Oh, that's cute. Put on board. Ah, that's cute. Oh, I can't fit there. But wait, why is that white board? I can't. Can I? I have to tank my way through this. That's cute. That's cute. You have successfully completed all tutorials. This shows a solid understanding of the following concepts. Basic syntax, 15%. Using objects and functions, conditional statement, loops. Fair. Thank you. Appreciate. I guess that's really 15%, right? Objects and functions? Sure. Creating them, a little bit different, so I guess so. Alright, do I want to sleep in the bed? No, I really want to do this. I like how you enter the game and it's nighttime. It's like, oh, nice and open fields. GG. Okay, so let's see. Let me show you a couple that I haven't actually put through the process of finding them. Okay, so there's Grey Hack. Love this game. Update. Basically using a Linux-based system, reminiscent to Kali Linux. Oh, let me load it up. Let me load it up. I'll do a little preview, like 5 minutes. I'm not gonna do much. But you load up into a computer. You have the ability to scour the internet, and it's multiplayer, which is pretty cool. You can basically connect to a server with other people playing on that server. If I remember any of my information here. Is it new? Great. Okay. I guess we're starting from scratch. That's what I don't like about it. Every time I go to multiplayer, because it is still in like development. Fine. No? Oh wait. Really? It's been that long? Yep, I think it added itself here. Look how like it's catching every single one of those levels, and that's funny. No, okay. I guess I'll just try the I'll do the single player. I shouldn't need a server. It's got its own version of programming in the case of flowchart programming. Oh, flowcharts. I guess if you really want to get used to flowcharts. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's cute. Ellipse OS. I wonder how much they changed. Ooh, that's new. That's a new wallpaper happening here. Nice. Very cool. So, ooh, they have upgraded this a lot. Very nice. So they got a built-in system. You can upgrade your hardware as well. Your hardware deducts your capabilities. Got a code editor. You have your own little repository or API library here. It's very much hacking. And you have all kinds of things like allow import, chmod, copy, delete. If you've played or if you used Linux before, it's going to be very familiar. But in the case of this, it's more like scripting. So it's really like shell scripting rather than doing Python programming. But super cool. Let's see if they updated the browser. Oh, wait, I gotta hack into the internet. Hold on. Yeah, let's do that. That's a tutorial, but I think I remember how to do that. So Airmon. So I'm gonna turn on my Airmon WLAN 0. Oh, I gotta do a start for monitoring on my Wi-Fi card. Fair. I've been playing around with it for a bit. I used to use Kali and Backtrack way back high school. Same time. I actually used it to a point where I hacked into my neighbor's Wi-Fi, and he worked with like Xbox Microsoft division. I didn't know any of that. I was just playing around goofing, and I bought this Atheros Wi-Fi card where it was one of those PCI long, huge cards. It wasn't like a USB dongle. This was a big boy. Like, it was an IBM ThinkPad, the really tiny one, the one you would take for work. Oh, that was one of the greatest things. And I used the Atheros wireless card, and I basically hacked into my neighbor's WEP. It wasn't a super secure one, not at that time. At that time, 2006, 7. It was really easy to basically like. Fair. I don't know if I should keep going into the subject if it's not an interest to you. But basically, I had my fun back in the day. So now Aero. Where is it? Air replay. And then I need the BCD ESSID. So let's do golden because it's the highest signal. But I want to do a IW. What was it? IF config? No, IW config scan. Net device passkey. Forgot how to do a regular scan sniff. Ah, that's what I need, the manual. Airmont IW list, that's the one. Been a while. We're gonna get the WLAN 0. Okay, golden, there's the detail. So then I'll do air replay on the golden. I think I need to do E. I'm just gonna do this real quick. See if I can quickly hack in and see some little updates if they have. No. Oh, I must have stopped it. No, I can't copy paste with a C keyboard shortcut. Air replay. Typo. Oh, okay. I did it backwards, but sure. Router not found. Alright, fine. I'll do that later. Anyway, pretty fun stuff. Let me see. This, cool. Basically, I would have to start from the beginning, which is unfortunate, but I'll get that at some point. Another one. God, what was that cat one I had? Let me add that to stream. If it's not already. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. God, what was that? Joy of programming, yeah. No. No. There's a cat on the front of that cover. Yeah, I have a lot of games. It's a little bit. It's a little lot. It's a little lot. You know what? I want to play Ghost Runner again. That was sick. On that note. Ah! Yes! I don't have it installed. While True Learn. Yeah, so I'll put it in this drive so I don't have to erase it later. So, While True Learn, also great programming, but kind of like you said, it's very flowchart based. And you're mostly kind of working with data being organized and parsed through the flowchart into basically sorting algorithms. You're learning more the computer science of things, right? You're learning the methods in which you with if statements and whatnot, can sort information in specific methods to basically optimize, let's say, runtime, sort time, identification, and getting information out of a large set of data. So that one's fun. Yes, that's one to play also. Gotta have more than just that, no? So that. I had a joy already, right? To the stream set. I guess not. Hold on. Oh, I haven't added here yet. Okay. Oh, new season of Rivals. Yep. New season happening. I swear I had more programming once. I probably do. Did I add this? Yeah, it is to stream. Okay. I love electrician simulator too. It's so much fun. Organizing cabling systems within a house. Especially without the dangers of getting shocked. There's one with aquariums. Do I have that one still? Aquarium? Designer? Wow, big one though. I think I'll add it and maybe stream it in the future. It's very chill. Oh, It Steals was good too. There's a couple of things I want to do, but I always download a bunch and never get through all of them. Cat Quest, that's a fun one, if you like cats. Oh, true. Oh, true. Hold on, I'm over here. Roboco. Let me see. Oh, what is that? Like a little spider with a hat on it? Nice, nice. Okay, build robots, yes. Multiple wheels, cool. Circuitry? Or, well, yeah, no, you just need you need a chip on there that can be... Why is it taking... Why do the videos on Steam Client just take forever? There we go. Okay. Like, I'm just gonna go to YouTube at this point. Adorable. Yeah, true. That's pretty cool. I like it. Mini dirt. Oh, you can upload your creations online for others. Nice. Fancy. So you can make super basic ones, but also walking. Cool. And make some pretty advanced ones too. That's cool. I'll add it. It's like having an Arduino board and then attaching it to some motors. But I mean, they don't have the motors on here, and you probably don't. Doesn't look like you use too much.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. Welcome to today's episode.
Doesn't look like it has any if-else conditionals. Maybe it does, but maybe it's like somewhere within the rotate. Oh, you kind of like program each individual hinge and piece and bit, I think. Surface joints. Hmm. I'll add it to the wish list. What about the other one? You have a microcontroller available with Python. Or just be lazy and control stuff manually. That's fair. And then Plasma. That reminds me of the KDE Plasma. Just the name of it, I guess. Are we gonna load or are we gonna take forever to load? Okay, loading, fine. Nope. Nope. Similar. You control, there's the programming. Okay. Oh, back. So you've got button, clock, controller, lever, servo, mini map, label, variables, interface console, position, 38% mouse mapping horizontal. Fair, that's your controller for the mouse mapping left and right. Percentage mapper, number, target rotation. Okay, so your mouse rotates this thing, whatever this thing is, looks like it's probably like the top of that robot. You got a LED. Cool. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely your flowchart type. Ooh, no way. Starship. Nice. Very looking like X-Wing almost. I'm gonna make an X-Wing in one of these. That one I kind of maybe like a little bit better because I actually see how the programming is attached. But the other one didn't have too much info on how they're. I mean, yeah, again, like manual movements, but also if you want to attach it, because it looks like you're just putting a bunch of shapes together. Cool, great. Uh, Even the screenshots are taking forever. But okay. Go forward, go reverse, go left. Oh, you're mapping this manually. Gotcha. That's what you mean. Mapping it to the keyboard when you're controlling him manually. Servo motor 16. You got a bunch of little motors inside that have certain axes of freedom of movement, fair angle limits, torque, so you can potentially use it to lift larger things. So then if you want it to be automated, instead of mapping it, go forward, backwards, and all that, where would you go to, let's say, scan for dirt and follow the dirt? Or, yeah, this is very much manual. I keep seeing it manually. So maybe it bridge control. Cool. Okay. Yeah, because I can see the mapping to a controller to your keyboard, and then you just basically run it. Robocode did not show microcontroller in the trailers, but it's there. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, because I don't see it anywhere in the anywhere in the actual setup. Um, let's see. What else can we find? Voxel, replica, puzzle packs, simulator, just a bunch of flowcharts. Python remake, probably just another Python, but it's not as fun as the conveyor belt retro. Programming a MMORPG game that you have to basic wait. Like you play the game by actually programming? That's pretty cool. But it's still flowcharts. Okay. Automation and stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Come on. There's joy of programming without coding technology. Service IT, joy of programming. No way. Can you? Oh, this is kind of like electrician simulator, but you get to take apart s- like actual tech. Okay. So can I just go to a Turing complete? Can I not have to look at this? Can I just look at the screenshots? No screenshots? So that kind of makes me, oh, you know what I miss? Where's my PC builder? I had that. I swear I had a PC builder. Oh, maybe, what? No, what happened? Maybe it's on a different account that I forgot about? No, I had that PC builder simulator. I don't have it anymore, or maybe it's on a different account. No. Did it go away? Hold up, what? That one was a fun, chill one to play. A TIS 100. Okay. There's so many boards out there, but Arduino and Raspberry Pi, they're the ones that really started making this stuff more and more popular and fun. But there are so many different boards you can like program for sure. That's the one. Yeah. Where am I? Unless, yeah, it's got to be on a different account maybe. Because obviously it's not here. Oh, QQ on that, man. That was a fun one. Let me find it. I'll still, I'll put that in there. That one was a fun. I played through it so hard, building all kinds of stuff. But it does really teach you about like the components, the physical components of a system. Anyway, oh, Kuno, 86. Thanks for joining. Fun times. If I do any other programming, because I do multiple things, you know. Sometimes I do programming. Later, I might do more flying. I like this project Wingman. It's been my latest crave, but that's like flying and having whiplash in the middle of the air. Shenzhen IO? Oh, that's a board, no? Sounds like a Chinese one. Oh, well, what can you use it for? Steam says I've played. Oh, no, that's an actual Steam thing. Oh, there's a H. Oh, you're talking to me now, bud. Oh, and schematics on top of it? Oh, you can play what? Solitaire? That's funny. Yeah, this is. I wonder how deep this one is. Oh no. Should I just go to YouTube again? I'll just go to YouTube again. I mean, I'm not good, but I am. I can read it and understand some and kind of put together some pieces, but it's not a. Assembly hasn't been. I've been wanting to, but it just hasn't been a useful thing for me to actually continuously practice. Let's see a little
Hello,
bit of
this is
this.
Josh Spicer from Game. This will help you out to some extent. Like I
Yeah, of
said, this
course.
video is going to be aimed for new players.
Okay,
I want to show for those of you who are watching this who have no idea what we're talking about, why this game is so complicated to learn.
of course.
This, my friends,
Parts,
is the
cover.
41-page manual that comes
No
with the game.
way! There's a whole manual? Sick.
Zach
Okay. Let me see. When your game needs a documentation. That's insane. Yep, that feels like a manual. 11.2? Wait, is there more? This might be an extended. All right, let me just grab it. I'll download it.
Barth, the designer, definitely, I think he loves writing these things
That's
because this
fair.
looks
When
just
you got that
like a
passion
manual
for
you would get like
technology,
the
man, you
first
just
day
go
of
deep
working at
into
a
it.
job. We have our reference card. These are the
Hello?
emails we got.
Download? Are
My
we doing a
application
download?
apparently been moved to
Nope.
China. And then we're learning about the interfaces
Let's just
of
do
the
this.
microcontrollers. We have examples. The game uses assembly language or assembly code language in order to
Yeah, but then there's also
explain
a case of
and to
you
run
doing
through things.
what kind of
And while these examples are
what
good,
kind of
it
processor are you
doesn't take the place
assembling for?
of actually having someone talk about it
86,
and
64,
showing you the code. I watched a friend's
ARM.
video of mine who just watching him go over
Yeah, jump to
things
the end.
made things a lot easier to understand.
Then you gotta know all the
And while I'm
registry
going to be
locations.
switching,
See, assembly, the one thing about assembly is, whew, yeah, Elden Ring of pro. It is like Elden Ring of programming because it's not just syntax at this point. You're directly like affecting the processor. There's no translator in between your code and the processor. So you moving physical registry locations and then memory locations. Imagine how much of a to be when it comes to like not overrunning memory locations and registries you're currently using, waiting for certain memory locations to get free before you start doing more things, jumping to the correct place, or if you're off by 1 bit, or if you're in some other uh, integer base type where you have a specific size of a variable you're not used to using or something, man. Like you just extend your memory allocation and you just screw over a part of your program that's running on the side. Um, are we there? Are we there? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Download multiple files. Just download one zip file, no? Unless now you're somehow hello? Block? Hello? There. Oh, let's see this manual. Yep, application notes, language reference, parts data sheet, supplemental data. It even lays it out to see. He really is having fun with this document. Story document. It's adorable. All right, all right, all right. Move, right, mop, no operation, move one registry to another, jump to registry location L, sleep. I'm not sure. SLP, SLX, those are not sleep, those are something else. Registry. Work arounds. Notation R register I integer right. RI register integer pin register. Oh, dude, this is pretty sick. This would be the way I do like this. This would be the way I expand myself back into my like initial passions of wanting to learn assembly. Nah, that's cool. Okay. So what, you start, you got multiple. Wait, so are you building a circuit and then you're providing those instructions within the circuit, connecting them in specific ways? Like this is pin one, pin two not connected, but with pin one you get some calculations of the input, throw the output into the next pin's chip, and then that does something else and throws it over here, but also throws it to here and to there. Dude, me gusta. This is so cool. Why is that a triangle? Why is there a triangle there? Is that for show or is there a functional reason for this? Maybe it's for speeding up because there's less distance to pass, so that data will go through quicker. But it's basically connected to the same location. I'm not even sure. Maybe it's for structural integrity. I can't tell. Oh. mm. Oh, and there's your signal processing values from each stage. Stage one, stage two. Stage three, those are your inputs. Oh, dude. That's pretty sick. And you can find the activating point between all of them. Loops. Nice. Oh god. Skip 2. Jeez, why is Steam such a slow burn here? Zachtronics. Wait, don't tell me that all of this printed out Zachtronics presents. Oh, jeez. That's crazy, dude. That's so cool, though. So this enters here, processes some values here, takes it out. Can we... Okay, so it's on the wish list. So I'll definitely take a look at that. So all of those go through and actually program something. Ah, animated. That's cool. So that's the control for 3. Throwing in certain signals, but then it must be taking in data from somewhere also. And this is just the particular logic for displaying on the screen. But then you can go to such a level where you make your own solitaire. That's what I'm understanding here. You can like just program your own solitaire. And this is not really solitaire. This is solitaire. But it's not. It's that other game too, but it's only the symbols of them. It's solitaire with... God, what's that game? We have to match two little white domino-like things from one side to the other that are open from the side, but are not locked into place. Is it that? Anyway. Cool. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. I'll definitely take a look at these as I expand into doing more, especially with assembly. That could be like the next level of stream, the Elden Ring stream of programming. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break and maybe get on stream later. Like, follow. Thank you for following me if you are currently or recently following me on Twitch, subscribing on YouTube or Kick. Appreciate all you guys. Hope you enjoy the content. And what am I downloading? Ooh, I might do Ghost Runner. When this downloads, I might restream for some Ghost Runner. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna take a break.